How fun is this, guys? I haven't been to a TechTO in forever, and I'm so glad to be back. I think the last one I went to must have been a year ago. So thank you guys, Jared and Alex, for putting this on. So Anna Hu, co-founder and CEO of Brezy. We're headquartered in Toronto once again, back in Toronto, yes. Here today to share with you a little bit of our journey, our story, and for those early founders out there, a few takeaways that we found about being too early to your market, and question that yourselves. Am I too early for my market? So there we go. Okay, so timing, the number one reason why startups succeed. So Bill Gross, the founder of Idea Lab, he did a study over a couple hundred of startups. It's a TED Talk, you guys can go watch it, where he found that timing was the number one reason why startups will succeed. So there you go. There's without good timing, you're probably not going to make it. So let's talk about timing. Let's look at some technologies that have come into play. 3D TVs, okay, they come around again every decade. Somehow, though, they haven't really hit the penetration that we expect. So I don't know. Quantum computers, right? So hasn't really touched the masses yet, but there's huge potential. It's too early to market. This is an interesting example. So this is actually, it's like Rogers calls it game view, where you can kind of control your own camera angle when you're watching TV. So, you know, we see it promoted again in the last couple years, but CBC tried to do it in the 80s. Someone else tried to do it in the 90s. You know, it just hasn't picked up. And so it makes you question, you know, is this just a bad idea, or, you know, are we just too early to market for consumers to exhibit this kind of behavior? So I'm sure you can think of tons of other examples, you know, Bitcoin, like, right? So the question that we ask, no, seriously, right? Blockchain, it's, you know, is it the right time to enter as a blockchain startup? Okay, all right, there you go. That's one opinion. But as you know, just as entrepreneurs, we're always asking ourselves, being paranoid, are we overcommitting to a bad idea, or are we undercommitting to a good one? And in either scenario is not a good thing. So that's why we're here to talk about the right time to enter the market. So a little bit about our journey. Brezy started in 2014. We pivoted about 2 years ago, and I'm here to share with you the good, the bad ideas we worked on, and hopefully there's a bit of learning for you there. We started off and asking ourselves the question, how can we build something ultra innovative in an industry that's about to boom? Like, we want to ride the escalator, right? Like, we want to do something that everyone is excited about. So in late 2013, early 2014, drones were so hot, right? Everyone envisioned this world where we were going to have swarms of drones delivering us stuff and yeah, whatever. And we saw consumers really adopt it. Everyone was getting one for the holidays, putting it on their wish list. You know, everyone would strap a GoPro and take pictures from above. Pictures and videos from above. And so we went out and we built the first interactive camera system for social settings. So this was for Rogers, one of our clients then. It was the Rogers fan cam floating above the Rogers Cup a few years ago, where you could control with your smartphone, have the camera point at you, and take the ultimate aerial selfie. So quick findings, you know, we had some interesting early traction. We did it right. We discovered that we were bringing very unique value to brands. We were giving consumers something that they really were curious about and wanted to experience. But also, we ran into the barriers that, okay, not everyone's comfortable around things flying on top of them. We ran into regulations that were being introduced by the FAA, Transport Canada, right, about where you can fly, where you cannot fly. It was hard to scale the business. And so we were at a point where we said either we need to integrate with existing manufacturers or make our own drones. Market was crowded, right? So we pivoted. We pivoted to stationary cameras that would be able to capture capture memories from a unique angle and anywhere that memories take place. So your landmarks, your theme parks, cruises, races, wherever you may start. We pitched it to sports teams and tennis tournaments, and we had 3 beta customers sign on. So it was pretty cool. Now we work with some of the biggest sports properties all over the world, brands from your Mercedes-Benz, Toyota, whatever, Evian. Awesome brands we're lucky to work with. We're in 7 countries. Our Brezy cams are deployed all over the map. We had the opportunity to participate in Techstars, et cetera. So, all right. Is timing on your side, right? Here's what worked for us in our analysis. Number 1 is, will customers pay you money? So it's a basic question, right? But really, we found it to be at the core of determining whether what we were building was the right time for the market. And the real question is, how much? Okay, there's a principle of, the rule of thumb is your customer life value over your customer acquisition cost should be at least 3 to 1. And so we kind of use this principle to determine, where are we on the map. Reason being, it's kind of like 1/3 of your revenue would be your cost, 1/3 kind of goes to salaries, 1/3 for all the other overhead. So it's kind of that basic rule of thumb to kind of break even. So if you're less than 3, if you feel that your customers, based on whatever market research you did, they're not paying at least 3 times your CAC, you've got 2 problems. Either you could have 1 or 2 problems. Either you're not providing enough value, or your costs are too high. So this is, it could be 3D TVs. Are you providing enough value for the viewers, or are 3D TVs just not worth their money and their cost? Either way, timing is not on your side. And then, so more than 3 times CAC. So our customers were paying, much more than that. We realized then, okay, so then the question becomes, so there's going to be technology limitations when you are entering a new market. So given that, what will adoption be? And the rule of thumb here is that there's research done around having 18% of market penetration shows that the ability to get to 18% market penetration shows that you have the ability to dominate the entire market, or enter the entire market. So is there enough interest given that there is there's technology limitations still in the market? Okay, I'll go quickly. So if it's less than 18%, based on, okay, I don't have this feature yet, I don't have that feature yet, am I still able to get 18% of the market? And then lastly, regulations, right? If you're an Airbnb, if you are, any industry that might have regulations come in your face, do you have enough firepower to influence it? And if the answer is, I have no regulations, or yes, I have the funding to influence it, then great timing, guys, go get it. All right, so just a quick walkthrough of a model. This might not work for everyone, but a way to structure your thinking, which is 2 questions. Will people pay you more than 3 times your acquisition cost? And can you access over 18% of the market without barrier? That's it. My time is up. We're hiring, looking for sales partnerships, sports partnerships folks, marketing, and web developers. Thanks, everyone.
Cool questions.
You mentioned you're in 8 countries. How did you target your outside of Canada or outside of the border countries?
Yeah, so we have actually a very interesting network effect due to the environmental nature of our product. So for example, we got Tennis Australia to sign on with us because one of their directors was at a Portland Trailblazers game, like at the NBA game, when he was visiting his family. So the customers that we eventually reach are sitting somewhere in the crowd in a game where our technology is present, and we just have that viral nature that way. So sports is a very small world. It's very global, and that's how we were able to reach global dominance, getting there.
One more question.
Could we have Brezy at TechTO?
Yeah, let's talk. Will you pay 3 times our cost?
Thank you.